Hey, good morning. My name is Brady Ross. I am the president of ICF, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and I wanted to record a video today to talk about where we are as a chapter, what we're celebrating, where we see some future opportunities for growth, and what we're imagining that the year 2024 could look like. I am putting this on our public YouTube channel, although this is probably a video more geared toward current chapter members and not so much the community. But there is an aspect in here that I think is important for the community to hear about some of the ways that we see ourselves partnering with the broader community in the future and how we're excited about taking coaching into different corners, different circles within our area that we serve. So let's talk about some of the wins. We are really excited about where we are as a chapter. We feel like we have a ton of positive momentum right now. We acknowledge that we're not quite yet where we want to be, but we see a lot of good things happening and we feel like we're on a very good trajectory right now. And I should also say that a lot of these thoughts that I have are based on some reflection that came out of our board retreat about a week and a half ago. Although our board is spread out geographically across the states of Oklahoma and Arkansas, we try to get together once or twice a year to be in person to have some extended conversation about goals and aspirations. And so a lot of these things that you're about to hear me share are coming out of that meeting. So let's go through some of these wins. We had better attendance in our monthly chapter meetings this year. We don't have specific data points to back that up, but a lot of us have been going to those meetings for some time, and we can tell that there is a greater presence of our members at those meetings this year than there was the year before. So we're optimistic about that. We have goals to continue to grow the attendance for that meeting, and I'll talk to you about that here in a minute. Our unofficial word of the year was connection, and it really reflected a goal that we had as a board and as a chapter to continue to draw people in, give them opportunities for networking, for relationship building. We know that being a coach can often be very isolating. We have some coaches that work internally within organizations, but we also have a lot of coaches who are out there doing it on their own, many who are new to the professional world of coaching. And so we wanted that sense of cohesion, that sense of camaraderie to be something that all of our coaches had access to, and I feel like we have done a good job of serving that mission this year. We started a YouTube channel this year. It's something that I've been very active on. It's kind of been a passion project for me. We're hopeful that will continue to grow in the next year. We want to feature even more people on that channel. We feel like it gives us a good space to speak not just to the chapter, but to the community as a whole. We're also more active on LinkedIn and then our online forum this year. We have plans to even up the ante in the terms of how we're using those tools in the future, but we've seen some positive momentum there this year. We have an affiliate membership program where anyone who is not pursuing an ICF credential or not in their coach training program yet can still access some of the things that we're doing as a chapter. Something that I'm really excited about. It's going to enable us to come alongside more people who are new to the world of coaching. Again, maybe they don't have their credential yet, maybe they haven't started coach training, but they still want to network and get involved with other coaches. Our affiliate membership program allows them to do so at a price point that I feel like is very reasonable. And then the last win that we have, our programs are nearly completed for 2024. I think we have all but one of our slots filled for the upcoming year. And that excites me because it gives us the margin and the capacity to work on some of these goals that I want to talk with you about next. So if our unofficial word of the year for 2023 was connection, we feel as though our unofficial word of the year for 2024 is going to be awareness. Our vision for the upcoming year is that we want to do everything we can to support and empower the coaches within our chapter to grow. And at the same time, we also want to inspire our communities to go through coaching, grow through coaching. We believe that we are not just here to serve the coaches in our chapter, although that's a very important responsibility that we have as a board. We also think that part of what we're called to do is to expand awareness and knowledge about what coaching is and the impact that it can have to our states as a whole. And we've got some more specific ideas about how we're going to do that, and I'll talk to you a little about those in the video as well. But we're also looking for wisdom and insight from the chapter. How do you see that best happening? How would you want to come alongside us and help in that area? We think that there is a lot of untapped potential there that we haven't been able to fully access yet, and so we're excited about what the upcoming year could hold in that regard. We think that our plan right now is solid. Again, we acknowledge that it's not perfect, but we feel as though we're not in a place where we're trying to reinvent the wheel, so much so as we are looking at continued refinement and expansion. We realize that growing a chapter, especially a chapter that is newer like ours is, and a chapter that is virtual like ours is, it's going to be slow growth. We think that we have positive momentum, and we're looking forward to continuing to see that grow and expand in the coming year. One specific metric that we're targeting, we want to get our participation for our monthly chapter meetings and some of our other endeavors up to 20%. We know across the nation with different ICF chapters, 10% is about average, but we don't want to be average. We want to serve our members to the best of our abilities, and so we're going to continue pushing to that 20% goal. We want to have a smooth leadership transition in the next year. I'm about halfway through my term as president. We're really excited for Crystal Wagner, our current president-elect, to step into that president's role at the end of 2024, and we want to make sure that transition is as smooth as possible. We'll also be looking for a new president-elect who will serve as our future president in the year 2024, and we want that to go smoothly as well. One thing that I'm personally very excited about is our plans to have more topic-based connection meetings next month, maybe even within some smaller groups. So the way that we're structured right now is we have our monthly meetings. We alternate between having a speaker and being able to offer CCEs for those meetings, and then having more of our open forum type meetings led by one of our chapter members. We think that there is tremendous opportunity for learning and connection through having some smaller, maybe some mastermind type meetings, and you'll be hearing more about that from me and maybe some of our other members in the future. Those could be around everything from growing your business to creating content that helps you attract potential clients, to really just other more niche aspects of coaching that we can come alongside and help each other with. We're very excited about that. We want to better serve our underrepresented areas. Naturally, covering Oklahoma and Arkansas, we have a very strong Oklahoma City presence. We've got a very strong Northwest Arkansas presence. We are very mindful of looking to diversify our board, diversify our participation within the chapter from some of these areas that we traditionally haven't had as strong a presence in the past. It's something that's tougher for us being a chapter that covers such a large geographic area, but we feel as though it's important. As a board, we're very passionate about establishing more strategic partnerships. We think that this will enable us to better serve our communities and grow awareness of the type of coaching that we do and the value that it can have. Specifically, one demographic that's very near and dear to our heart is colleges and universities. We are excited about the potential of educating our area colleges and universities about the impact of coaching, how it can benefit their students, how it can benefit their staffs. And so that's something that we plan to specifically put some time and energy into next year. The last goal that we have is we want to create additional leadership opportunities. Obviously, we have our board, we have open board positions. We would love to talk with you about that if that's something that interests you, but we don't want the board to be the only opportunity that people within our chapter have to lead. And so we're thinking about some different opportunities for people who can step in. Maybe they don't have the capacity to serve on the board. Maybe their talents and interests are just more geared towards something else. We want to be mindful of all possibilities for people to lead, people to engage, people to express their talents in a way that furthers the purpose of the chapter. So obviously we have a lot of aspirations for the coming year. We are not going to be able to do all of those things as well as we would like, but those are some of the ideas that we have. So as we wrap up, let me tell you 2 things that you can do to help us achieve this vision and achieve these goals that we have. First of all, we want to know what resonates with you. We don't want the next year to be only only about what the board wants or what the board sees as important. We want the things that we're pouring our most time and energy into to be things that the entire chapter is excited about. So if there's an idea that you heard me speak about here that is especially exciting to you, something that you feel like you would be passionate about, let me know. It doesn't even mean that you have to lead that or take a major role in that. We just want to know what initiatives, what ideas most excite our chapter, and how can we create opportunities for the board, for the chapter as a whole, to step in and further those causes. And then the second question is, where would you like to be involved? Where can you help us fulfill our mission? Where do you have connections? Where do you have ideas? Where do you have expertise that may benefit these goals that we are trying to achieve? So I see that I'm a little over 10 minutes now. Thanks for hanging with me this entire time. I hope that you can sense my passion and the board's passion for growing our chapter, for serving our members and serving our communities through coaching. And we're excited to see what the coming year holds. Thanks for your time.